In this video, I want to share with you how you re-release a song on Spotify using DistroKid, and especially if you've released the song as a single and now you want to release it again as an EP, or now you want to release it and include it on an album. But the reason we do this is so that we don't lose any of the streams. Or maybe you had a song taken down because it got botted or whatnot. I'm going to show you how you can re-upload it, whether that's a new ISRC code or using the same one. And the ISRC code is just part of the metadata of the song. It's called the International Standard Recording Code, something like that. But it's really important that you include it when re-uploading the song so that you don't lose any of your streams. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to jump right into DistroKid. I want to actually shout out my Spotify challenge member, Carrie, I think her name was, who asked me to make this video. If there's a certain video you want me to create or talk about, leave a comment below. Let me know and I'll make a video on it. So I'm in my DistroKid account here, and as you can see, I've got all these different releases, and I want to show you how we use the release strategy of re-uploading a song. So here was a single right here. It's called Superman, and you can see right here that there is an ISRC code right here. And so I released this song, and then I released another single, and another single, another single, another single, and then I released an EP, and it's got 5 tracks on here. And if you look in here, we can see that it's got that song Superman, and it's also got the same ISRC code. And so when I release a single, I click on Upload Music, and as you can see here, if I want one song, I do one song, but if I want 5, like I did for that EP, I choose 5. Now, when I'm scrolling down here, and I'm going to change this to just me, when I'm scrolling down here, and I come fill out all the information, the genre, the album cover, album title. See where it says song title, and you start filling out all this information, but then it says, hey, I already have an ISRC code. So this is where I would paste that code right in here. So if I'd go back to my other DistroKid, I just open it up in a new tab, click on the song, copy the ISRC code if I'm re-uploading it again, and I would paste it in here. Okay, so that's where you do that, and that's how you keep the streams on the song. If I go to my Spotify dashboard here and I click on music and I click on, let's just go to songs, and I search Superman. Okay, it's only got the one version on here, but now if I go to actual Spotify and I pull that up and I type Manafest Superman, you're going to see all the different versions. You can see the single, you can see the version on the EP, and you can see when I released it on the full album. So, and that's the latest version, is the one on the album. But you see all the streams are allocated. It's got 123,000 plus streams right now, and that's because since I released it as the single, the EP, and then the album, it kept all the streams. In fact, what's really dope is if I click here and I go the last 12 months, hopefully it'll show it. Okay, cool. So when it first came out, we got 13,000 streams day one, and then it slowly started to trail off, and then when I released it on the EP, only getting a few hundred streams a day, then boom, we shot up and got another 1,500 and started to get 1,000 a day, came down again, then I released it on the album, and guess what, boom, another 1,000 plus streams. So this is a really powerful way to keep the streams going and attached to the song. But you have to make sure every time you upload the song, so when I first uploaded it, I uploaded it as just one song, right here, one song, and then I did 5, and then I did 10, and so for all the songs that I previously released, I made sure that I kept all the ISRC codes. Another cool thing you can do with DistroKid, if you need to do updates or whatnot, so let's just say, I needed to update. Let's go to that song Superman. I'm going to click on it. I can click edit the release, and I can update the album cover artwork if I need to, so I can make changes that way. Sometimes they'll let you replace the audio. It doesn't look like they're letting you do that here. I think you have to do an actual official swap for stuff like that. But I tried not to make any changes afterwards, but you can change the artwork. You can re-release the song. And as you can see here as well, when we released the song, we use different artwork every single time. Somebody was asking me that. I used a different cover artwork for this time. Then I used it for the EP, it was different. And then for the album, we had our album artwork. And there was no issues or no problems. So what I just showed you was the waterfall release strategy, where you release one single and then you release a few more singles and then you bundle them all together on one EP, right? And so that when you re-release all those songs together, all of those songs got a lift. Like, that's the cool thing I didn't show you, is that, okay, we released the first song, then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one. But then when I released the fifth one, they all came together. But not only did that song Superman get a lift, all those other singles got a lift, except for the last one, because that's the newest one. But of course, that got lots of streams too, because it just came out. And so that's really, really powerful to give the whole catalog a boost. And then I released another single by itself, another single, another one, and another one, until we had 9. And then when I released the 10th one, we bundled all of them together. So again, the whole catalog got another lift. And this is how we're able to amplify streams. And again, we keep the same ISRC code each time I'm releasing the song. Now, what's interesting is the 10th song from my album, Walking into Fire, that was the only one that got released once. Okay, and it's actually still crushing it for us, which is great. But all the other songs, some of them got released twice. Some of them got released 3 times. Right? Because they got released earlier in the EP, and then also with the album, and also as a single. Now, some people like to, include the song every single time. And so what I mean by that, they'll release one song, then when they release the second one, they include the one before that. Then when they release the third one, then they include the other 2. And then when they release the 4th song, they include the other ones. And not only is that a lot of work, then you have multiple versions of the same song uploaded. And that's where I think the Spotify popularity score can start to get confused, and it's not sure which one to promote. But I really encourage you, to try this strategy, at least the way I'm doing it, where it's spaced out, where there's maybe 2 or 3 versions of the same song out there. It hasn't affected anything that I've seen at all as far as the algorithm pushing the song. In fact, in Spotify discovery mode, I noticed how it's got multiple versions under one roof of the song. So it's like they've pulled them all together. Each one has got a different Spotify URI code, but it's got all the same ISRC code. So all the streams are together, because we want our numbers to keep going up, right? And if you've had a song that's been taken down because of maybe botted streams or artificial streaming, and you got flagged for whatever reason, I've helped other artists where you just re-upload the song. And sometimes we'll use the same ISRC code, and we actually get some of the streams. Some of the streams are deleted because they were botted, artificial. Hopefully you didn't do that intentionally, and it was by accident, you didn't know. And just re-uploaded it. And sometimes we use the same artwork, different artwork. The point is, don't worry about it. And don't let anything stop you. Like, unfortunately, bad things happen. I got blacklisted from Twitter, x.com now, years ago, because I didn't know something. I was doing a strategy I was told was legit. Turns out it wasn't. And I got blacklisted for a while. And you know what? I was able to get my account back, and we just keep moving on. Okay, so don't be afraid of taking mistakes. Joshua 1:8 says to be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. You have to have courage, man. You got to have faith. You got to just keep trying stuff, and don't worry if you're going to make a mistake, because guess what? You will. But like I shared in the last video, man, if you're just standing still, it's hard to get you moving. All right? Same with a ship. But if a ship is moving and you are the ship, it's easier to steer you and get you in the right direction. Who cares if you went in the wrong direction? Who cares if you made a mistake? I think it's Robert Kiyosaki who says, sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. But you know what? If you make a mistake, okay, now you've learned, and now let's focus on that. Like, regret and worrying about the past or who ripped me off or whatever happened, that doesn't help you, right? And envy doesn't help us. Comparing ourselves to other people. I know I've got to be watchful of that, and I just got to compete with me. There is no competition when you're operating in your purpose and what you're called to do. And my friend, you're called to something great. Hope this video helped.